Got it.
Yep. We only do this 4 times a day. Hook that one up. 5 in the morning, around between 10:30 and 11, and about 3:30, and then about 8:30.
This couple, Tom and C. Sanders,
How many you got?
have been working with no plans to stop for 34 years rehabilitating wildlife.
Why do we do it?
Nobody else will.
Hey, we're doing good on this rack.
Their yearly rotating tiny herds, sometimes including lions and often bears and fawns, not so tiny anymore.
You know, you really can't plan this. It's like day-to-day kind of thing. You know, you wake up one morning and think, oh, maybe today will be quiet, and by afternoon you get 4 more.
Their hoofed patients solely reliant on the couple's specialized services because now this is the last place on the Front Range for injured fawns.
Several years ago, we had 19 of them one year. I mean, I'm not the one to say I can't take, I've got 11, I can't take another one. You know, it's not gonna happen. Is that all you want? There's still some more. I guess we operate on the chaos theory, huh?
Most of the time we've done it, there hasn't been any other place these animals could go for help. We're the only place they can go.
But last year, they weren't completely alone.
It's just the way it was before, but there's no babies in here. From '96 till now, till this year, I had been taking care of fawns and porcupines and fox.
But circumstances forced Linda Cope, based out of Black Forest, to stop her work completely.
My specialty was the fawns.
Okay, kids, take buckets this way. Come on.
In the early part of the year, in June, I spent probably 10 hours.
A day?
A day. Always, I mean, I'm just out here.
Did you say that this is the first year that you've had a group that likes to parade around together?
Yeah, they have enjoyed doing fawn parades, so we've enjoyed that.
This is the only family they know. So this herd right here will be released together.
You guys stalled out? Tired? Yeah.
And when the grass is this tall, the babies would come in here and you couldn't even find them. They would be so little and crouched down in the grass, and you would have to walk around and look for them. What kept me going was just that there is a need, a definite need, and it's growing stronger every year. But no, they're not here now. And people do not want to hear you say, I'm not able to help you with that. So it got to be a very difficult thing. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like it. It's not what it was built.
Yeah.
It was built to be filled with fawns.
Are you still getting calls?
I am still getting some calls. Not many, probably 3 or 4 a day.
That's down from the 10 to 15 she once fielded, a call volume that can be partly attributed to Colorado's speedy expansion.
There's more traffic, there's more homes built out, there's just more people everywhere.
Census data indicating an estimated 13% jump from a population of 5 million in 2010 to 5.7 million mid-last year. This means more people in more places that were at one point wild, increasing interactions between people and animals.
You know, and most unfortunately, these interactions are not a positive thing.
Meanwhile, in that same decade, the number of rehabilitators hasn't increased at all.
I do worry that there's just not enough young people coming up into wildlife rehabilitation.
A resource issue that could prove devastating within the next several years.
It's not like we're going to go away completely, but there's a huge cadre of us who have been at it for 20 years and better, who are 60 and older, who are going to quit. I mean, it's just a given. People retire.
Looking back in 2008, following a change in parks and wildlife regulations, numbers dropped from 122 down to 95.
It was intended to be a good thing. It was intended to do right by the animals and to do professional work, academic work. But it went a little too far for realism.
Since then, active license numbers have hovered around the 80 mark each year, representing
Well, I'll follow you over there.
All right.
only 49 unique facilities, 12 located in between El Paso, Teller, and Pueblo counties.
Our choices are becoming increasingly limited. Increasingly.
And with increased interactions, these self-funded, home-operated facilities fill up quick, leaving many animals no place to go.
Yeah, so unfortunately when those rehabilitators full up, there's no more room for them. They're at full capacity. Unfortunately, some of these animals have to be euthanized.
And we're not in the business of putting them down.
It's not a new problem, but it is a problem that our rehabbers, pressured to take in larger numbers, struggle to deal with every day.
We go through 44 baby bottles a day.
44 baby bottles a day?
Yep, it's a frenzy, and then they all go bed down.
Parks and Wildlife, traditionally unable to provide financial aid outside of their new tax program.
And this year we had over $83,000 in request, and we were only able to fulfill $17,000 of that.
Quickly looking back at license numbers from earlier, of the 82 active licenses this year, 13 are provisional or in training. Only 10 facilities take in large animals. Only 5 of those currently report an ability to hold fawns. Only 1 located in the Front Range.
And no bears yet.
Yet. I have a feeling that will change.
This is the first break from them we've had in well over a year.
Are you guys missing them?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You kind of get the feeling that something might be missing.
All these numbers, according to those in the field, are impacted by multiple factors, the need for money and land, as well as the demands on time.
But these birds need to be fed about every 20 minutes.
In a perfect world, what would be the best solution? What's the fix?
I don't know.
Some are calling for a change in regulations, which are up for review this year, while others believe the answer lies with a funded rehab location or multiple locations providing care and education.
You're not out there teaching people about what's going on and trying to make changes, then there's really no point in putting the animals back out there, because it's just going to happen to them again.
At the same time, Tom and Cease believe education should be made more accessible for those who want to break into the rehab scene.
That would be the ideal situation.
Then there would be somewhere accessible for people to go get the experience and to become certified.
But a path to either solution seems far away.
I don't know. I guess I'm being negative, but I really don't see that developing.
And if nothing happens, there could very well be a change.
Maybe that's where we go. I don't know. It's sickening to me, but I don't know what the answer is.
I do think that we have our priorities mixed up in Colorado. I think Colorado is known throughout the world as an environmental state. Yeah, we fixed this gate last year, trying to get ready. You think of the mountains, you think of the wildlife, you think of the streams. That's what you think of. That's what makes you have that warm, fuzzy feeling about the state. It's what gives us our soul. And I think that's what we need to concentrate on.